What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's Nefertiti, and I'm back with another video. Ay. And I'm back with another video. Ay. 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 So I'm a little bit quiet because I don't want to disturb people. So, God put this on my heart today, and it's on my heart to let you know to walk in faith. It's time for you to take the leap of faith. And he just kept putting it on my heart, so I know this is for somebody. Do it. Take that leap of faith. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys my testimony and how I took a leap of faith. Now, I may make a part 2 because y'all seem to have a short attention span on here, and you do better when I do shorter videos. So it may be a part 2 to this. However, I'll just get started. So, about 2 years ago, God put it on my heart to move, right? He told me to move to a specific state, to Georgia, to Atlanta, Georgia. And I didn't listen. I wasn't obedient. I had a job, I had a little boyfriend or whatever, or boo thing, whatever. I was living my life. I was chilling with my friends. I was enjoying life. I was not ready to just up and leave. But I knew in the back of my mind that I wanted to leave. It just wasn't my time in my mind, right? I was like, you know what? I'm going to save up. And then every time I would get paid, I had to pay for something. I always had to pay something off or pay a bill or whatever. So I didn't have the money to save. And, time's going by. So as time begins to go by, it's like things start to happen where I cannot grow, right? I'm like, and this never happened to me. Mind y'all, I have a business degree. So it's never hard for me to find a job. I could always find a job easily. It was always easy for me to find a job. But I had a job, and God told me to leave the job I was working at to get more focused on my purpose, which is speaking. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do that. So, I was a little bit more active on YouTube and trying to do that and everything. But I really didn't have no money. So I'm like, Lord, I have to have an income. Like, what is it that you want me to do? So I was doing like Instacart for a while. Again, as time was going by, as far as finances went, it was like there was like a cap on it. And God was trying to show me that He was the way maker. He was the resource, not me, because I always depend on my money. I always depend on me, on my works, on how I do things. And God was showing me, your life is not in your hands, it's in my hands. And I have the power. I hold the resources. I'm the one you have to go to. So He was trying to get me to depend on Him and not look at my money and not look at my resources. So when I tell y'all that was quite the journey, I'm still learning that. It's quite the journey. When you're used to doing things on your own, used to getting it on your own, God allowed for me to get to a point in my life where I couldn't do anything on my own. I had to ask people for help, which was another thing that had to break me of my pride. So I had to ask people to help me with stuff. I needed help with bills. I didn't have money to do everything I needed to do. However, He always provided a way. Okay, with that being said, as time went on, a year went past, and I quit the job last year. Was it last year or the beginning of this year? I was doing Instacart. In this summer of 2022, when I tell you that I did not have no money, like, I'm like, yo, bro, like, this is getting frustrating because I got bills to pay, I got fines to pay, and it's just like my car's acting up. I didn't have no money to put into my car. I just was like, I felt like I was at a standstill, right? And not only that, my brother was murdered. My Instacart account was hacked into. I couldn't get back into it to work. I was applying for like 100 jobs on Indeed. People just kept denying me. And at this point, I was getting frustrated. And so I said, God, I start crying. I'm like, please open up a door. Just tell me what to do. Show me which way to go. I need guidance. Please tell me what to do. He said, move. I was like, dang. All this time, My blessings have been blocked. My doors that God has for me are not opening, all because of disobedience. All because I didn't want to do what he called me to do years ago. I didn't do it. So now he put a cap on my growth. I wasn't growing financially. I felt like I was growing as a person, but I wasn't growing in any other area. He put a cap on my growth. I'm just like, Lord, please, I need you to make a way. All right? Stay tuned for part 2.